Hi, I'm Bill Abrahamson. I'm the senior wine buyer for a group of wine shops in Minneapolis, St. Paul area called Top 10 Liquors.
My name is Maurice DiMarino, and the beverage director for the Cohen Restaurant Group.
I'm Charles Curtis. I'm a fine wine advisor and a master of wine.
Hi, my name's Tim Hanai, and I am president of eco.me.
Well, lately I'm finding out a lot of information through social media, obviously. I run into a lot of contacts that way. I also get to see a lot of things first, so here the packaging would be important because it's looking for to somehow grab me and make me interested in following up and looking at it as a possible item to add to our assortment. You know, I think the important thing for us is that we get out and we go to a lot of wine shows, we go to a lot of tastings ourselves for the purpose of finding new things and finding great products that maybe other people have missed and kind of separate us from our competition and give us maybe an added advantage of having a really interesting working assortment. I think people are using other social networks in order to send messages out and to keep sending messages out, and eventually people see them, and then if they, like I say, if they see some things that hits categories that we're looking for, we follow up, and then maybe we'll reach out to them too. It's hard because I mean there's endless amount of producers and endless amount of retailers, so making that connection is I can understand is sometimes difficult.
I meet with suppliers once a year at the beginning of each program. They're 2-year programs, and the best tip is for them to reach out to me personally, where I send you RFP, where I'll tell you what our company is looking for, what kind of events and experiences we're looking to work at throughout the year, and price points and different sorts of holes that we're looking for in our menus. Also, it's important for people to understand what the company is like, what our restaurants are like, their locations, their styles.
The biggest faux pas that I see when consumers are ordering wine are not with the consumers. It's with the idiotic educational programs. It's this hyper focus of wine experts that has nothing to do with learning anything about the consumers. So for example, what we know, if you love sweet wines, you have the most taste buds. And people who love sweet wines are told, oh, Americans grow up on Coca-Cola. French love sweet wines. As a matter of fact, French champagne in France, less than 100 years ago, was typically 30% sweeter than Coca-Cola. And the other thing, the big faux pas is called wine and food pairing. It's all a fraud. None of it's true. We've made all this crap up. The protocol says, oh, you would never do that. And the biggest faux pas of all is when you've got a wine expert, a sommelier, a retailer, a master of wine, and they're so focused on the wine, they're not paying attention to the customer. And that's what I do, is trying to reverse that trend. If you love Moscato and steak, or often if you love Cabernet Sauvignon, if you've never tried it with oysters, try it. And so many people are just like, oh, that's great. So take expert opinion, trust yourself.
Possible suggestion that you can ever give anybody is to drink the wine you want to drink with the food you want to eat. And I think as long as you do that, you'll never go wrong. And if you don't do that, you'll never go right. And so I think people sometimes think they overthink it too much, and they get what they think they should have instead of what they really want. So my advice to people is to go out and drink what they want to drink.